Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Pocketshooters, the show that's all about mastering mobile photography. I'm here with my amazing friend and co-host, Mr. Julio Shurio. What's up, G?
How's it going?
It's going good. I'm excited. I'm excited for this episode, obviously, because I do these intros with so much energy. It's like enthusiasm. But this one, we're going to be talking about shooting with a theme and how important that is. This is kind of in a sub series about technique with regards to how you shoot with the iPhone. And just one thing before we dive into shooting with a theme, this topic is covered inside the Pocketshooters course that's on the TWiP school. So we're just going to touch on it for a couple of minutes, but in the course we go into much more detail. There's much more detail on shooting with a theme. So check that out at school.thisweekinphoto.com. That's school.thisweekinphoto.com. So let's dive into this. So shooting with a theme. This is important because this is like when I lead Pocketshooters, when I lead photo walks around the Bay Area, the big question that normally comes up from the people that attend the photo walks is, what do I shoot? What should I shoot? Especially if we go to like a place that's overwhelming, like downtown San Francisco or Chinatown or someplace like that. It's always, if you don't give people guidance, they'll just shoot everything and then come back with nothing. Right? Like the old adage goes, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, right? So in shooting on a theme, give us your, like, from a G perspective, what do you think? I mean, what does shooting on a theme mean?
So shooting on a theme for me is creating with intention. And this is something that I talk about in depth in if you ever see me come to the workshop, I go into depth because it's really important for us to shoot with a theme or create with intention. The problem with smartphones is because they're always with us and they're so easy to use, we have a habit of creating casually. So that's like, I'm taking a picture of my dog, I'm taking a picture of my cat, picture of my burrito, picture of the sky, picture of this. And like, you're not thinking, and so you're kind of getting what you get. And all you get is happy accidents. There's no focus. If there's no focus, there's no creative growth. So, eventually you get a body of work that's not really anything. It's just like a nice picture here, a nice picture there. But there's no creative growth. And when you're creating with intention, you're giving yourself a goal, although that may not be the only thing you're out photographing, but that is in your mind, and that's what you're just going to automatically start looking for. So I may go out and say, I'm going to go out and capture bold color. So all day long in my head, all I think is bold color. I don't go any more complicated than that. Bold color. Or I'm going to go out and capture lines, especially if you're in downtown San Francisco. Or I'm going to go out and capture my Converse on different textures. Mm-hmm. And so that at the end of the day, I have a series of, say, 5 to 12 images that look that have a similar theme or intention. Now, while I'm going out for a photo walk, I may also see something that catches my eye, and I'm going to capture that too. But in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, what is my intention is bold color or lines or motion or whatever. And that helps you to align yourself with what your true creative vision is. And that is what is going to separate you from other people, regardless of camera or technology, because it's that vision is unique to you.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything you said 100%. And it's the shooting on a theme thing. I would break that out even more into, shooting on a theme, like you said, whether it's color or texture or subject matter, like, in the example of Chinatown. Yeah, we're going to take pictures of Chinese lanterns, or we're going to do pictures of ornate doors, or I'm going to do pictures of weird-looking souvenirs that they have here. That kind of stuff, or menus in the different restaurants. So having that niched focus is important, and it keeps you on track. But also, like you said, you don't need to have blinders on. You just need to have a target. So if you're shooting those things, that doesn't mean that you see this amazing looking old man sitting there juggling fireballs while moonwalking, that you should ignore that because you're taking pictures of doorknobs, right? You should shoot the old man and get the photo or some video even, and keep on your mission. So, but one thing I would layer on top of that is, even before you go out, if you know where you're going, and this is not kind of a serendipitous, you just stop the car to go shoot something type adventure, if you begin with the end in mind and also be thinking along a storyline or telling a story. So back to the case, back to Chinatown in San Francisco. So if you go to Chinatown and before you even get in the car to head to Chinatown, you think, you know what, how can I tell the story, or what story do I want to tell of Chinatown? There are literally a million different stories that you could tell there. From, you know what, I want to tell the story of souvenirs, or I want to tell the story of people. You know, the Asian population that many of which inhabit Chinatown, or I want to tell the story of pollution around Chinatown, and what that looks like, which means I'm going to be on the alleys shooting off of the tourist venues. I'm going to show what that looks like. Have that storyline in mind, and then overlay on top of that what your theme is going to be. So you could have the storyline of tourism. So my story is going to be about tourism in Chinatown or in San Francisco, and this part of it is going to be Chinatown. So that's going to focus you down the line of what says tourist to me. Okay, there are some tourists over there that are clearly not from here. There's a bunch of cool Chinese dolls in the window over there. That says tourism to me. I see, somebody selling "I love San Francisco" t-shirts right there. That says, so it will inform you from a mindset standpoint. And then, like what you were saying, G, also think thematic. When you overlay those two together, then it really gets exciting, because now, it's like, okay, I'm telling a story. Now I got to find all the puzzle pieces to tell my story along this theme. Now I'm going to go do it, rather than just dropping yourself behind, for lack of a metaphor, behind enemy lines. You drop yourself in there. Now you got to figure out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to get out of here. You actually have a game plan before you actually even get into the theater, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. I mean, and you could spread this out over time too. So when my wife was pregnant with our son, I decided, I wanted to make some bump photos, but I don't want the normal ones. I wanted something that's really representative of us. So throughout the pregnancy, we would go to cool places around in Austin, and I'd photograph her there's a lot of painted walls, and I love painted walls because I love street art, in front of a really cool. One shot was in front of this mural with Run DMC and LL Cool J with a ghetto blaster. Another shot was in front of I Heart Austin. And it was just over the course of 9 months, but together I have this nice series of 14 or so images, and I made this strictly for Instagram. And so they were made with the intention of posting this just on Instagram, and it came out to be a beautiful series.
Yeah, I love it. So that's cool. So that, I don't want to beleaguer this topic too much, but I just want to make sure that people understand this is the first in a series that we're going to be covering on the idea of the different techniques that you can employ, both photographically and obviously in the context of shooting with your mobile devices, pocket shooters. So you're out in the street, be thinking of the things that we've said in this episode, and refer back to this episode later if you want to get some more inspiration. And I think we'll just cut it off right there, G. And we'll in the next episode we're going to be talking about more and very different things around how to get better at your mobile photography. Shooting on a theme or shooting with a story is just one. There'll be several more different ideas that we have over the coming weeks that will keep you inspired and enthusiastic about your mobile photography. All right, G?
Sounds good, man.
All right, cool. All right, folks, we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.